This is, I think, more important for Sen in terms of where he actually fits into the group. Obviously,
Sen is clearly the first to advance to the wild card, but a strong win here could put him in position to have a high seed, giving him buys so he doesn't have to get eliminated from the wild card.
Yeah, well, if you want to look at it this way, Strelic actually went 2-1, and Sen, oh no, Sen going 2-1 here actually keeps him there. So I think it is all up to Red at this point. If Ret drops this next series later this week, tomorrow. He will actually trade spots with Sen. If he loses, he has to lose. If he wins 2-1 or 2-0, he stays in the highest seed in wild card. But obviously, if he doesn't,
then he doesn't.
He doesn't advance to the highest seed in wild card.
All right, fair enough.
Easy peasy.
With that, Andre, introduce our players.
Okay. In the top right-hand corner, as the blue Zerg, we have Gamma Bear Sen.
What are you? Well, we'll talk about this in a little bit. In the bottom left, we have Axslav from Team Infinity 7, Nick Ranish, who is going for a gateway. Now, this has a lot of implications with a gateway first. Obviously, you could just straight up build your base outside your natural. Oh wow! Sen's gonna go for a hatchery, and
you want to know why this hatchery is here, by the way? It's because this is a very famous build. I guess not too famous, but it's opened up a lot on the European side.
Oh, and the Korean server too.
Yeah, Titan was known to do this a lot, and you go one gateway expand with no gas. So Sen knows, well, you haven't gotten gas this whole time. I'm going to punish you. Now it's just one gateway, and then what do you have? You don't have anything. You have this pressure, but you don't have the nexus behind that.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really efficient. And look, he can actually cancel and just go into an evolution chamber from here.
Yeah, and I
like
mean, Axslav doing the
things.
same to Sen. He blocked his expansion, but I mean, I wonder if Axslav was intending on going for what recently people have been calling the German 6-gate from Socket, where you go gas forge and then you expand and then go for an incredibly quick amount of gateways. Sen is not going to be discouraged too much farther, though. He is placing another hatchery at third, and this hatchery back at the natural is still gonna go
Queen?
up. My goodness.
Queen?
Is he gonna make a queen? Because then he could kite the Zealots for a very long time and prevent the wall off from happening. Sen can just run by as well.
Yeah, what you can do is put a creep tumor in the nook over here and then have the queen actually block out for quite a long time. And then if you can get the creep tumor, obviously you're in a really great position. Cannon rush.
Axslav is still cannon rushing, but the cannon at the natural does die. A couple of drones did drop as well. Axslav really intent on finishing this cannon rush, but I think Axslav has to be really cautious too, because that means
3 Zerglings.
Yeah, there's his base is completely exposed.
And Axslav will be spotted over here in the bottom right-hand corner. A single Zergling is going to catch it. It's going to force the cancel, most likely. There it is. Cancel goes down. He'll probably relocate over here. Meantime, 6 Zerglings run into the main. God, I love Sen's play so far. Yeah. Even though he hasn't gotten down to expansion.
Decision making is fantastic. I think it's just really, it's really Sen too. It's just so cute and like cheeky, and just like you said, it's very. Oh, it's kind of obnoxious if you're a Protoss player. Just like, God, I hate dealing with stuff like this. And you can see another pylon cannon started, but this entire outer base is dead. Because if Axslav tries to defend it, he can just run by and immediately surround the Zealots. I thought he was going to just go straight into the main and harass the probes there. And at this point, Sen is just really able to keep his opponent pinned down. But the big thing is that Sen hasn't been able to establish his own base as well. Like that, we can't really discount that. The fact is, Sen has been on one hatchery this entire time, and his drone count is actually pretty low considering he's been making a lot of Zerglings.
I still think Sen's in an advantageous position just because Axslav is very rigid here. He doesn't have a lot of options. Even his forge being unpowered for so long, that reduces his ability to really force the +1 attack timing that he would have had with this forge plus very fast gas play. It's a really difficult situation because Sen now knows everything. He can keep going around and circling. Look at this. He's going up to lair off of 2 base. Very Targa-esque, if I would say so.
Yeah, Targa loves doing this kind of ZVP play, and frankly, I mean, it's something that we haven't seen a lot because people go for hatchery before gas, but I remember seeing Violet do this a lot back when maps were very 2-base oriented and you weren't easily have to get a 3rd base. We see Axslav going for a 3rd Nexus, and this is at 7:30, which is faster than even normal fast 3rd Nexi. And this is absurdly quick, and I think Axslav is reading that Sen is trying to play passive, but Sen's teching on 2-base.
Well, Axslav has actually done this a lot. I've actually had a lot of people complain about this style that Axslav does because it's super razor thin and it's to punish the players that don't get gas and go just a quick 3-base. But obviously we don't see that at all. And I actually talked to Axslav. I was like, hey, do you have problems with... did I talk to Axslav about this or another Protoss? Now I don't remember. But I remember saying, like, hey, don't you have problems with just speedlings? Isn't that a huge problem? And someone was like, no, you actually have just enough units to stop speedlings, and because you get such a fast +1, you can reduce them down to pretty much nothing and have your natural completely shut off. So you don't have to worry about that. So you're really safe against everything.
Is he going to be safe against Nidus? I don't think so. That there's not going to help whatsoever. It's just a mineral sink at this point. And Axslav is going to completely keep it because he doesn't know any better. Oh, he's got Zealous and Sentry. The first Nidus has started, and Axslav is not paying attention to that side. It's the one patch of his base that is shrouded in darkness. Oh, and Axslav is sending his units away, trying to see if he can protect the natural and shoot it out. Oh, and the Nidus one's about to erupt, and Axslav, how does he respond? He sees Zerglings in his main. Now, the big thing is these Zerglings are slow. These Zerglings are slow. Wow, and Sen's making a Hydralist. Anybody's trying to see if he can catch the Sentries. The Sentries have to use their force fields to escape. And we see Axslav is going to immediately protect it, but the Zerglings are now attacking the production line. Warp Gate is nowhere near done. And you can see the force fields protect the Zerglings. But oh, Sen was using it so that the force fields would prevent Axslav from being able to save his base. Such a clever move from Sen.
There's no way that he would have been able to save his base.
Yeah, but I mean, like forcing the Sentries back so that way he locks himself in. Like, that at this point, Axslav is playing zombie survival mode, but I mean, Sen was planning that the entire time. Zerglings are not going to be able to bust a natural. He knows, I just want to kill this area, and he's got Hydras on the way. Now, Warp Gate is done, but Axslav's got 1 gate. And 1 gate is not going to be able to defend against these Hydras because he's only going to pump out 1 unit at a time. And as great as Sentries are, they are pretty bad against a straight-up fight against Hydras.
Yes.
Especially with high ground advantage.
I mean, you don't even need to be Heart of the Swarm mode to win with Hydras in this position.
Oh, wow. And Axslav is like, wow, these Hydras are just going to do way too much. He's going to try to place a cannon in a defensive area, but I mean, if Sen can just kill this Forge and really work on the cannons, then it's going to be game over. Axslav playing on is every single whim of critical decision making, but this crisis is too hard to manage.
But unfortunately for Sen, he doesn't know about this expansion in the top left-hand corner.
That's true.
So if you can see, his drone count is pretty small, 46 to 33. Actually, Sen is behind in the worker count. So he needs to be careful that he doesn't overextend right now. And here we go, the push down. Nice force field. Good job,
wow,
Axslav.
He's bringing drones. Sen thinks he's got this game won because he's sending his drones at this point. Wow! He knows that Observer is also on the high ground. He's going to also place a nice one on the low ground, try to see if he can get position. And with that, you know, Sen will be able to come in from different angle, but the big thing is that he's still on 1 gate. Axslav's still on 1 gate. Oh, the probe transfer gives away the base. That is a very critical error there from Axslav because now Sen knows about this base and he can target down that cannon, and that is bad news. And Axslav all of a sudden is playing with his cards open as no longer close to his chest. Sen is be able to attack on 2 fronts, and that's going to be too hard for him to handle.
Yep, this is going to be it. Sen obviously has too many Hydras. The Cybernetics score going down is the nail in the coffin. There's no way to stop these Hydras efficiently. He's going to lose everything if he does stop this. The Forge going down. Axslav just trying to make something of this, but honestly, you know, things are closing out here.
Yeah, you can see the gateway about to drop, and Sen is trying to still work on the economy. Look at that, the Zergling to the third still killing workers at this point. Axslav still actually has a pretty decent worker count compared to his opponent, but Sen just has way too much momentum. Great concave with Hydra's. Hydra's cutting Zealots, that's something you don't see every day in ZVP, but you can see immediately that Sen bringing a Queen along just so you can transfuse as well as spread creep. Sen with the full circle, 2 base all in with Hydra slow Ling. And that's something that
slow Hydra, slow Ling.
I'll have to.
That's the style you got to steal from this, everybody.
Wow. You know, you won't learn anything from this game from Sen. GG gets called out for Axslav. Sen takes game number 3 with style and pizzazz. And poor Axslav, man. He had a great idea and was not able to execute it. Sen, from beginning to finish, just being annoying. God, that I mean, I am so frustrated just watching that on Axslav's behalf. Like, he placed the hatchery there, then he Nidus's, and then he brings the Queen along. He tries to place a Spine Caller on my high ground, on the main base, right? Like, that is just Sen in a nutshell. Absolutely a delight to cast, but sometimes annoying to play against.
Yep, very straightforward game, but congratulations to Sen. He puts himself in a very nice position to potentially upset Rhett and this, you know, compete for the
slow Hydras versus slow Zealots and Sentries. Everything is at 2.25. It's quite ridiculous. It's like watching 2 overweight kids play tag, man. Just constantly. It's like everything's in slow motion.
But the one overweight kid is, it's like, okay, for all you Season 1 people, it's like a cop chasing a slower person. Nobody knows that reference.
You mean when Jeff was talking about a Queen versus an Overlord?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I think I got that.
All right, thanks.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to thank Epson, the people who provide projectors for NASL.
Okay.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have our next series, Hero versus Oswald. Protoss versus Protoss. I have no idea what just transpired, but I do know we have a great PvP wrapping us up for today. Guys, we'll be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. More action from NASL Division 2 now. Will be coming up right after this. Don't touch me, man. Stop.
I won't touch you. Don't flatter yourself.